Hello and welcome again to another day of classes. Today we're going to be continuing with the Interchange 5th edition level 3, the Green Book, and today we're going to be starting with the Unit 2 of this book. As always, we start with the language summary or the vocabulary for this lesson. So let's jump right in because we have a lot of things to see. Nouns with jobs, occupations, and careers. Interesting. A counselor or guidance counselor, it's a person who gives advice or counseling, you know? It's like when you want to get to choose a career on what to study, a guidance counselor helps you identify what is the best for you to study. A developer or software developer are the people that develop software or computer programs or, smartphone programs or called apps, and that's what they do. Marketing director, the head of an organized group or company who promote, sell, and distribute a product or service. Okay, that's a marketing director. Doctor, person skilled or specializing in healing arts. These are the people that, heal you. Entrepreneur, one who organizes, manages, and assumes the risk of a business or enterprise. That is an entrepreneur. Environmentalist, one concerned about environmental quality, especially of the human environment with the respect of the control of pollution. Fashion designer, the people that make dresses, suits, and all types of fashion. Firefighter, it's a person who fights fires, so they put them out. Flight attendant, members of an air crew who ensure that the safety and comfort of passengers. These are the flight attendants. Game tester, game developer that perform a software testing process for quality control of video games. These are the people that make sure that there are no bugs or error or glitches in a game. Hairstylist, person whose occupation is to cut or style hair in order to change or maintain a person's image. Intern, an advanced student or graduate, usually in a professional field, gaining supervised practical experience. Freelancer journalist, self-employed reporter who report news stories and other informations on an as needed basis for various organizations. These are the people that you hire in order to get information about one thing. It's not like they are assigned by a company. They are hired instead of assigned. Project manager, the person in overall charge of the planning and execution of a particular project. Mayor, official elected or appointed to act as a chief executive of or nominal head of a city, town, or borough. These are the people that are in charge of a city, basically. Politician, person experienced in the art of science of government, the people that rule us. Psychiatrist, medical doctor who diagnoses and treats mental, emotional, and behavioral disorders. These are the psychiatrists. News reporter, person employed by a newspaper, magazine, or television company to gather and report news. Researcher, person who investigate or perform experimentation aimed at the discovery and interpretations of facts. These are the people that try to investigate new things about something in science. Stockbroker, broker who executes orders to buy and sell securities and often also acts as a security dealer. These are the people that tell you, hey, you need to buy this because you're gonna get money. Kindergarten teacher, teacher responsible for teaching children basic skills that will prepare them for elementary school grades. Okay, so these are the teachers for the kindergarten. Computer technician, a person with skilled knowledge, hands-on experience, and different tools to repair and maintain computer hardware. software and network or internet issues. This computer is really old. You can tell by this motherboard. Tour guide. Person who provides assistance, information on cultural, historical, and contemporary heritage to people on organized tours at educational establishments, religious and historical sites, and museums. Tycoon. Business person of exceptional wealth, power, and influence. Top leader, as in politics. A tycoon is basically the head of a business of a multi-billionaire or multi-millionaire business. Veterinarian. Person qualified and authorized to practice veterinary medicine. The doctors for the pets. Look at this beautiful cat. Cubicle. These are two cubicles. Some other words. Advantage and disadvantage. An advantage is something good about anything, and disadvantage is the bad part of it. For example, an advantage of taking classes through videos is that you can watch it one time and another and another and another, and there's no problem with that. And a disadvantage of taking class through videos is that you cannot talk directly with the teacher. Computer wizard. Refer to a human hacker or expert user. A computer wizard is someone that knows a lot about computers. Field of research. Qualitative method of data collection that aims to observe, interact, and understand people while they are in a natural environment. Basically, a field of research is a specific type of research that one person can follow. Maybe it's qualitative interviews. Well, this is the field research process. Greenhouse, a structure enclosed as by glass and used for the cultivation or protections of tender plants. Guest list. List of the people invited to a particular event. These are the list of guests. Job or lead has a job or job lead. Suggestion or piece of information that helps to direct or guide to a job. Membership. A membership is a type of subscription that you pay in order to get benefits in a business. Maybe you get a membership in Netflix so you can watch all of those series and movies by just paying one fee, one price every month. Perk. Informal an advantage or something extra, such as money or goods that you're given because of your job. Perks are, you know, some characteristics outside the main thing of something that is good. A perk of, I don't know, a perk of working in a bank is that you get loans more easily. Stability. The quality, state, or degree of being stable. Not on the bad side, not on the good side. It's stable. Startup. The act or an instance of setting in operation or motion. A fleeting business enterprise. A startup, it's basically a new business that is starting to come through. Volunteer work. Activities performed willingly and without pay to produce goods or provide services for others outside the volunteer household or family. Okay, this is volunteer work. Widower, a man who has lost his spouse or partner by death and usually has not remarried. This is for the men, and the women are widows with S. Let's see some adjectives. Ambitious, having a desire to be successful, powerful, or famous. Awful, extremely disagreeable or objectionable. So basically something that is really bad. Challenging, arousing competitive interest, thought or action. Something that is challenging is something that is hard. Demanding, requiring much time, effort, or attention. You can say that a class is demanding when you need to invest a lot of time and effort on it. Fantastic, So extreme as to change belief. Something fantastic is something that is almost incredible, like you cannot even believe that it's happening or exists. Frustrating, causing feels of anger and annoyance. Something that is frustrating is that makes you feel bad. For example, this without that is frustrating. Luxurious, characterized by opulence, sumptuousness, or rich abundance. Something luxurious is something that is worth a lot of money and has, this type of things. Moody, subject to moods, temperamental. If you're moody, you can change of moods really easy. Outspoken, direct and open in speech or expression, spoken or expressed without reserve. Rewarding, yielding or likely to yield a reward. Something that is rewarding is something that, gets always something at the end of it. Social, relating to human society, the interaction of the individual and the group, or the welfare of human beings as member of society. Something social is something related to, groups of people. Stimulating, enjoyably exciting or interesting. Something stimulating is makes you feel different things. Straightforward, free from evasiveness or obscurity. Something straightforward, it's, straight to the point, direct. Stressful, full of or tending to induce stress. Something stressful makes you feel like fed up with things, like you don't wanna do anything else, you're feeling bad. This guy is stressed. Tedious, tiresome because of length or dullness. Something that is tedious, it's something that you need to be focusing a lot and it's really long and it's usually not that challenging or demanding. It's just that you need to be doing it like one after the other after the other. It's not that it's hard, but if it's tedious, it's that you need to take a lot of time doing it. Tiny, very small or diminutive. For example, this is a tiny home. Let's see some verbs. Be worth or it's worth. To have a value in money. To have a money or possessions that have value. Earn. When you earn, it's when you do a job or when you work to get money or to get something. Make up for. Compensate for something lost, missed, or deficient. Picture. When you picture something, it's when you take a picture of something. Seem. To appear to the observation or understanding. To give the impression of being. When something seems, it's like when it looks like. Okay? It's similar to other things. Sound. To cause sound. To examine by causing to emit sounds. Train. To teach so as to make fit, qualified, or proficient. To form by instruction, discipline, or drill. When you train, it's basically when you study something, so to say, with your body. Like this, you practice a lot. Okay, very good. Those were the words, the vocabulary for today. We're gonna come back here when we get to the grammar. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, Unit 2, working 9 to 5. Okay, very good. In this unit, we're going to be discussing opinions, advantages, and disadvantages of jobs. That's for today. And in the next class, we're going to compare various jobs. Okay, very good. To start this, we're going to be looking at this snapshot. What do you want from your career? We have security, adventure, and money. Let's read this. Security. If you want to have a stability, choose a job that you can keep for your whole life. You could be a federal judge, a public school teacher, or a university professor. That's secure. Adventure. Perhaps you can't picture yourself doing the same thing at the same place for years and years. In that case, be something that will allow you to explore other places and other cultures, like an environmentalist or a tour guide. Really interesting. Money. Do you want to have a high paying job? You may want to look into being a financial analyst, a doctor, or a stockbroker. These are gonna get a lot of money. Okay? So what do you prefer? Security, adventure, and money. I think usually people would say something between money and security. Not a lot of people want to get something in an adventure. And I think I'm more inclined to actually, yeah, security and money, both of them. Actually, more money than another thing because with that, you have security. Okay, very good. Perspectives. Career choices. Listen to students discuss career choices. Do you agree or disagree? Okay, so you can then check which speaker you agree with more. Okay, so we're gonna read and listen to this perspectives part about those career choices. Okay, so let's listen and read.
Unit 2. Working 9 to 5. Page 8. Exercise 2. Perspectives. Career choices. Part A. Listen to students discuss career choices. Do you agree or disagree? Check the speaker you agree with more.
I'd like to work in the video game industry. Playing games all day would be lots of fun.
I disagree. Playing the same game every day for months would be boring.
Being a flight attendant sounds very exciting. Traveling all the time would be really interesting.
But flight attendants get tired of traveling. They spend most of their time in airports.
Designing clothes is not a man's job. Women are much more fascinated by fashion.
That's not true. Many great fashion designers are men. Just look at Michael Kors.
I'd enjoy working with animals. I think working as a veterinarian could be rewarding.
I'm not so sure. Animals can be very unpredictable. Getting a dog bite would be scary.
Really interesting. Really interesting. Each one is agreeing or disagreeing with some type of career choices. For example, in this one's about video games, she's thinking of the good side of it, like having that time where you can play a lot of video games, but he's also saying something that is true. If you work in a game industry, you start losing the likes of the video games because you need to do something and something and something again and again and again, so it can be tedious. Okay, the same with being a flight attendant, working with animals, or designing clothes. Okay, so you can agree or disagree. Please tell us, put it on the comments. What do you agree on which ones? Or what do you want to have for your career? That would be interesting to know. Okay, now let's continue. Now we're gonna be going to the grammar for today. That is gerund phrases. Oh, we always forget what are gerunds. But I will remember you in a second, okay? So as always, I have the material for this right here. So let's check. First of all, what is a gerund? A gerund is a verbal that ends in ing and functions as a noun. The term verbal indicates that a gerund is based on a verb and therefore expresses action or a state of being. In other words, a gerund is a noun, it's a thing made from a verb and putting ing to it. For example, if we say playing, in this case, this is a thing. Playing. I like playing. I don't like playing. I hate playing, okay? We're using it as a noun. But you know that play is a verb. And when you put it ing and use it like this, it's a gerund, and now it's a noun. Okay? So gerunds as subject. Since a gerund is a noun, that can be a subject noun. A gerund can be the subject of a sentence. It is always singular. Use third-person singular verb after a gerund. Okay? So the singular subject, voting, that we're talking about the thing that is voting. Voting is an important responsibility. Choosing a candidate takes time. Okay? So in this case, choosing is the subject. Gerunds as objects in this case. A gerund can be the object of certain verbs. I suggest improving our schools. This is not that you have two verbs together because this is a gerund and it is a noun, and in this case it's an object. I suggest improving our schools. I enjoy working for the people. Okay, very good. The gerund form of verbs. Okay, as usage is as a subject of a sentence, what we were saying. Writing in English is difficult. What is the subject? Writing. Watching TV is my favorite pastime. What is the subject? Watching. As the direct object of a sentence. I like writing in English. What is the object? Writing. I love going out to restaurants. What is the object? Going. Very good. And now we have here the grammar that we saw a couple of minutes ago. We have that gerund phrases as subject and gerund phrases as objects. The difference between these two is that we have phrases that are basically sentences that make choose one noun. Playing games all day. That is talking about a single action, but it's said in multiple words. That is a phrase, a gerund phrase in this case. Playing games all day. That is a thing. Okay? And that is a subject. Playing games all day would be lots of fun. Being a flight attendant sounds exciting. That is a subject. Designing clothes, it's not a man's job. This is the subject. Working as a veterinarian, this is a gerund phrase. That is a subject. Working as a veterinarian could be rewarding. And as an object, works as well. She'd be good at testing games. He'd love being a flight attendant. He would like being a fashion designer. She'd enjoy working with animals. Okay? A gerund phrase as a subject takes a singular verb. Taking care of children is a rewarding job. Okay? So it's not taking care of children are a rewarding job. That is incorrect. There are some common verb plus preposition expressions. For example, dream about, feel like, talk about, think about, and adjective plus preposition phrases. For example, good, bad, good at, bad at, excited by, excited about, interested in, tired of, used to, that are followed by a gerund. I'm thinking about looking for a new job. I'm tired of working long hours. I'm good at playing video games. I'm excited about my next vacations. Okay? Very good. Okay, I hope that you understand this part. This is actually quite easy. And now we can take our time to complete this. Look at the gerund phrases in column A. Write your opinions of each job by choosing information from columns B and C. Okay? Then add two more gerund phrases, and write similar sentences. Okay, so we can basically write some sentences here with using this, like working from home, that it's the gerund phrase, seems awful. Okay, that's one. Working from home could be very challenging. Doing volunteer work must be fascinating or kind of boring. You can choose whatever you want. So you can take your time to play around with these gerund phrases and what you could use. Okay? And then after you finish making some sentences, we can come back and check. Some of them can be retiring at age 40 doesn't sound awful. Okay? That can be. Being a teacher must be pretty difficult. It is. Making a living as a tour guide wouldn't be fantastic. You can say that, okay? You can do a lot of things with this, you see? Okay, I hope you understand that. Very good. Let's continue. Now, we're gonna have the last thing for today, that it's gonna be a word power. Suffixes, you know? The last part on a word. Add the suffixes er, or, est, or yan to form the names of these jobs. Write the words in the chart and add one more example to each column. Okay? So for example, software developer. Okay? We don't say developer or developist or developian. We say developer. Okay? So take your time to complete this and then we're gonna check. Okay, you finished? Let's check. So we have software developer, project manager, and another one it's babysitter. We have freelance journalist, psychiatrist, and dentist. We have guidance counselor, marketing director, and actor. And the last one we have computer technician, politician, and librarian. Okay, very good. I hope that you liked the video for today, the class for today. And on the next one, we're gonna be comparing various jobs by using comparisons for the grammar. Okay, so it's gonna be really interesting. I hope that you look forward for it. But that's been everything for today. See you in the next time. Bye.